Hey guys, Alicia here. This video is going to be about how to start your own Etsy shop, and all you have to do is start. And I want to start off by thanking the sponsor of this video, which is Lucie Digital Designs. Now, I want to tell you that she just opened her Etsy shop 1 week ago, and she has already gotten 24 sales. So all you have to do is start. Now, I would love for everyone to jump over here and check out her Etsy shop. She focuses on logos, stationery, business cards, branding, and digital wall art. And if you check out her shop, she really has some amazing items in here. So I'm going to leave a link to her shop in the description below. So before I get in here, let me just pull up one of her items here. And I wanted to show you how she has these beautifully displayed. She has been watching my videos for a long time. So right here, she shows you exactly, what you are going to get. And then she tells you the file formats that it comes in, a JPEG, PNG, PDF, and she tells you it's 300 DPI. She has it beautifully displayed in a mock-up photo here. And then she kind of shows you more of what you're going to get right here. It looks like some of these are lined, some of these are unlined. And then this is back. So you can get this entire thing for $4, and you can print as many copies as you need. So this is just one of her items that she has. She also has these in a lot of different colors. She has business cards here that she offers, just so many items. So I'm really proud of her for making that plunge. I remember she kept saying, I'm going to open my shop. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then she finally did it. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor for one of my YouTube videos, I will also leave a link to that in the description below for you to fill out. And I want to read what she wrote when she filled out the form. She said, "Soon after I had decided I wanted to open up an Etsy shop of my own, I started watching YouTube videos to learn from, and you were the first person on YouTube that I kept going back to. The way you explain things so simply and easy to understand made you my go-to person on YouTube. You introduced me to iPicky and helped me learn how to use iPicky. You also encouraged me with your positive attitude. Sometimes just having positive encouragement makes all the difference in whether someone follows through with something or not." That statement right there is huge because, yes, positive reinforcement is so important. I also have a Facebook group, and Lucie is also in my Facebook group. If you have not yet joined my Facebook group, you can do so. It is called Etsy Passive Income. And I would leave a link to that in the description below. However, I've done that before, and it causes confusion because it takes you to the main Facebook login page. And just if you get on Facebook, search for Etsy Passive Income under groups. Okay, so I will leave a link to Lucie Digital Designs in the description below. So I wanted to talk about a little bit about opening up your own shop. Now, I did this video earlier today, and it turned out to be almost a 45-minute long video. So I've decided, you know what, I stopped it and I was like, this video is too long to go into every little thing. If you can sign up for Facebook, Instagram, whatever, you can sign up for an Etsy shop. It's not difficult, but there are some specific things I want to go over. So I'm going to click right here on Sell on Etsy, and that's where you get started, Sell on Etsy. And it's going to take you right here to this page where you can open your shop, telling you that millions of shoppers can't wait to see what you have in store. So you're going to click here on Open Your Own Shop. And I'm going to pause this while I type my email address. Okay, so because I don't really want to actually open up a shop, I don't really want to do this, but there are a few things that I want to go over here. So the first thing it's going to do is you're going to go to shop preferences. It's going to ask you for basic information, just like, your shop language, your shop country, and your currency. So you can pick whatever currency here that you need to sell, you are going to do. It asks you here which of these best describes you. Selling is my full-time job. I sell part-time but hope to sell full-time, or I sell part-time and that's how I like it. So they're just wanting to know some basic information here. The hardest part, I think, about opening your Etsy shop is coming up with a name. Now, I chose this while I was trying the first video that turned out to be way too long, and I had some issues. So here's some ideas when you're trying to come up for a name for your shop. If you're really struggling with that, if you're out shopping, or, if you're just watching TV or you're reading, and certain words that you see or you hear, just jot them down on a piece of paper, words that you like, and then eventually it will come to you. Then here's what happens on Etsy. You get on Etsy, you feel like you have the perfect shop name, and all of a sudden you realize it's taken. So usually they will give you some ideas. So like when you check availability, they'll put some ideas down here of what is similar to that, and you can either pick one of those or you can try something else, maybe by leaving off, an S, or, leaving off a letter, or like I've got Lily Art Designs shop. So let's say that's taken. You could spell shop SHOPPE, for example. So don't think that if you come up with the perfect name for your shop and it's already taken, there's other possibilities that are similar to that, and Etsy will actually show you how to do that. So I feel like that's the hardest part of doing that. Obviously basic things, how you'll get paid, you want to figure out that, and you also want to set up your billing, which is pretty much the same. Stocking your shop, this is where you're going to add a listing, and once again, I don't want this video to be very long, but doing an Etsy listing is pretty simple. And oh, I hate when this does it, and the internet went down right in the middle of a video, and here it comes again. So right here on add a new listing, and this is what took up so much time in the last video, so I'm not going to go over that. Now, they give you several places here to add photos, and I say take up as many of these as you possibly can. Your first image you want to be a very nice photo, maybe possibly on a mock-up photo, or whatever it is, you want it to be a nice, clean photo, whether you're doing digital products or a handmade product. You can actually use a site called Remove Background, and I'll leave a link to that also in the description below, where it makes the image, you can put it on a colored background if you would like, or if you can use a mock-up photo. So I'm going to actually just add an image here. And the size on that is 2000 by 2000. And I'm just going to add one of my listings, and this is not 2000 by 2000 because I did this a long time ago. So your first image definitely needs to be, it needs to fit within this box, which is 2000 by 2000. You will get an exclamation point if Etsy is telling you, hey, this isn't fitting inside of the box. So as much as possible, try to make your images 2000 by 2000. Now, however, I have seen a lot of people, and this is okay too, it'll give you that exclamation point. If you're selling something like clip art and you want to put it on something oblong, as long as it is your second or third photo, hey, that's great. So I have a lot of ideas for that on subsequent photos after your first photo. This is a photo of a wedding invitation on a mock-up photo. So that is just something that would be eye-catching. Then I would probably include a close-up of the photo, and then I would probably include another mock-up photo of what it would look like on a different mock-up photo, just things like that. Okay, so on your listing details, Etsy gives you 145 characters right here for this title. You want to make sure you take full advantage of this title. So I would put here something like burgundy and blush, wedding invitation, comma, and then I would put, wedding invitation, comma, you just want to put all those. Then it's going to ask you who made it. I did. What is it? It's a finished product. When did you make it? In this case, this is a instant download, but it's not an edible instant download. So this is something that I would email back to them. And so I would choose right here, made to order. And in my listing description, I would put, please email me what you want it to say, the name of the bride, the name of the groom, the place where you're getting married, and then you just simply fill that information. You have a master copy, and then you email it back to them. Right here in the category, if I choose wedding, we can choose something like, we would choose something like wedding signs. This would include signs, weddings, decorations, things like that. These are optional. You can put the primary color and the secondary color. I usually don't like doing this if it's something like burgundy and blush because they offer pretty much your basic colors. They don't really offer like, burgundy and blush, which is right now a popular wedding color. You can choose a special occasion, a holiday. Now right here you can choose if this is a physical product or a digital product. If you click digital, you will not be able to add variations. Okay, variations are, for example, if you offered this card in a 5x7 and a 4x8, or if you were selling wall art and you had an 8x10, a 5x7, an 11x14, a 12x36, something like that. So you can add variations, but you would have to keep it on physical. If you click digital, that goes away. So just to let you know that. Description, this is pretty self-explanatory. You want to be very clear here. If it's a handmade product, you don't need to put this in there, but if it's a digital product, you need to definitely list, right? The first thing you need to say is, this is not a physical product. Nothing will be shipped, because a lot of people, might get confused. So you want to make that very clear that it is a digital product right here on the tags. So if I wanted to just show you, each and every time you add a tag, you have to click add. Okay, so then we would add our second one, burgundy and blush. So just every time you add a tag, and you can do 13, I believe. Yeah, you can add 13 tags. You can add materials here if you want. It's optional. You could just put digital if it's a digital product. If it's not and it's a physical product, I highly recommend that you put whatever, it is. If you're, making vinyl products for someone or whatever it is that you're using, fabric, I would definitely put the ingredients. Right here is where you're going to put your price. Now, if you are selling a digital product, you can actually put that you have 999 available, okay? So right here, this is where you can allow custom work. So you can put personalization, you can turn that on, and you can say personalization is optional. So it's just all a matter of doing that. right here, if you have a digital file, this is where you're going to upload your digital file right here. So I would go to the original file. Let's say that this was the completed one right here. And this was a requested video, by the way. So, so here was the original, and that is where you would add your digital file right there. So let me scroll back up here to the very top. So basically, this is stocking your shop, how you'll get paid. But this is what I wanted to also talk about. Let's go back to Lucie Digital Designs. You want to also make sure you have a very nice cover photo and a shop icon. So right here. So I will also leave a link to this in the description below. This tells you what your profile picture needs to be. This tells you what your shop icon needs to be, 500 by 500. If you want to make a receipt banner, it tells you the pixels right here. And then this tells you all of the sizes that you will need for everything. So I will leave a link to this in the description below. This is right on Etsy. Let's see if it has the cover photo. It's got shop banner. Okay, so it's telling you if you want the big banner, it's 1200 by 300. So that's what you would need to make that. And then don't forget your listing photos are now 2000 by 2000. So I will leave a link to this in the description below. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If you get a chance, hop over and visit Lucie Digital Designs. She just opened up a week ago. Let's show her some love. Maybe favorite her shop and consider purchasing something from her. She's got some great prices on some of these, and I'm really liking some of these fall items that she has. Darn internet is going in and out again. I apologize for that. So, you know, once again, she does have some really nice items in here. So thank you so much for watching. I will leave a link to her shop in the description below, and I will also leave a link to the image size for profile, shop icon, banner listings in the description below. And also, if you want to be a sponsor for one of my YouTube videos, I will leave a link to the form to fill out below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.